and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. You have Michael Mihailovsky from Stockwits Academy. Oh yeah. Can you feel it? It's gonna be a green week! Come on! Alright, thank you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Mihailovsky here tonight. Well, good evening. I hope you enjoyed that. Hey, it's Michael Mihailovsky here with Stockwits Academy. Thank you for joining us here tonight. I really appreciate that. Now, before we begin here, I would like to say this is my opinion. I am not a financial advisor. I love stocks, more in particular the ones we're here to talk about tonight. So, one of the things that I want to discuss tonight, the stimulus news on the weekend that was released. Some fantastic news for us. I really think we're going to have a green day tomorrow. With the stimulus news being passed, I feel that it was at the House. Now it's to the Senate. Now it's got to go back to the House for signature. I think that'll happen like around Tuesday time frame. We should see that happening. Maybe Wednesday at the absolute latest. Start seeing our stimulus money, I would say probably the Tuesday following that at the absolute latest. So a week from this Tuesday, personally. Now, my opinion is this is a bull market, right? And I really think that, it really is going to have to depend on what's going to happen. For tomorrow, I think we're going to have a strong showing, okay? I think we're going to have some green. The stimulus package has been passed. People are going to be excited. And it really is going to depend on, in my opinion, what's going to happen on Tuesday. If we have a greenish day on Tuesday, then I think I'm right when I'm saying that we're in a bull market, right? This has just been kind of a phase of uncertainty. We don't really know what's happening. The stimulus package hasn't been signed. We don't know the details. It's always been changed around, and I really feel that now that we have the certainty, the market's going to respond really well to that. And even Bitcoin, for example, over the weekend has been working out very well. I mean, it's been going out pretty high. Let's take a look at that for a second. All right, so let's take a look at this. I mean, as you can see, Bitcoin has been going up pretty steady over the weekend. I mean, it did, I think earlier on or in the morning, like around 11-ish, it was at a high of, plus 7%, but it's still treading very nicely. And, me personally, I think we're going to see Bitcoin around $70,000 like around April, maybe May timeframe. I mean, that's just me, right? That's my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but as we can see, it's been strutting on pretty nicely here. Now, we got to remember, right? Even last year when Bitcoin had its high at $25,000, there was a lot of ups and gains throughout that whole entire time. And I really believe that we're still on that trajectory, right? And that's why I believe that we're still going to hit around, $70,000, $80,000 mark around it's April, May time frame there. So, Bitcoin has been moving quite steadily, and, that goes well for a lot of stocks out there, right? They're like Mata, Riot, and Mogo, and one of my favorites, SOS, right? And we've had the SOS release some news. We know that there's 2 more shipments of coming middle of March and the other one at the beginning of April. And soon as that 2 news articles release or get disseminated by the PR, I really think that SOS is going to hit around $30 to $40 around range around mid-April timeframe. And not to mention, there's a lot of different other aspects of business that SOS does, right? One of the other things that SOS does is Ether, right? So a lot of people don't really realize that the talk lately has been about the Bitcoin play and about the mining rigs and, whether they're real or not. And I think we've seen from that video that was posted all throughout the internet, including on my channel there, that, they are a real company. And, the shorts are just simply out there to attack them. Bad on shorts. So let's take a look at SOS for a second here and see how that's been performing. All right, so let's take a SOS. So, SOS and finished off at $6.50. Now, tomorrow, because of the performance of Bitcoin, I really expect in the pre-market for SOS to have a really strong showing. I expect it to finish off the day fairly strong, anywhere around the $8.50 to $9.50 mark. If we can hit $10, that would be phenomenal, phenoms. But I really don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be around $8.50, $9 mark there, and maybe 9.5 if we're lucky. There's a lot of catalysts that are coming out in the very near future. We are waiting for some data to be released, and one of the data points that we're waiting to be released is with OCGN, right? And with OCGN, we have the Covaxin COVID-19 dose. We're hearing rumors, there have been press releases about Mexico potentially making a purchase, or even France through not through OCGN directly, but through the partnership they have with the India biotech company there. And I really think that we're gonna have a really strong showing from OCGN on the pre-market as well as for the entire week. Now, we need that data. We had the soft launch of that data. We need that hard launch of that data. And once that comes, I really feel that we're going to have, probably around a $20, $25 PT range for OCGN. And if we take a look at that in the after hours there, it was performing at, plus 13%. And if it carries on that strong showing in the pre-market, tomorrow it's going to be great. And, remember, we had that very pivotal news being released on Friday, right? About the ADS shares, and I believe it was $104 ADS that are transferable to 10-to-1 there, so around $10.76 a share for OCGN. That's really great, right? Because it gives the company the ability to have the financing to get the US FDA approval without even, diluting our shares, really, as the shareholders. And that's great for shareholders, and that's why we responded very well to the aftermarket there at 13% there. Now, because the way the market has been going over the last couple of weeks, really, there's really some great sales out there. And one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to really see, it's going to be a green day tomorrow, and I'm going to see how it pans out on Tuesday. I might make some buys tomorrow, but I really want to see how it pans out on Tuesday, because for Tuesday, if we're showing another strong day on Tuesday, like I said, it's a bull market, and I really think that we're going to have some great success on a lot of the stocks. I mean, there's some great sales out there. Like, for example, nobody talks about FRX anymore. That's, $11.89. When was the last time we saw that price? Another great stock is ANCN, with the merger that they're rumored over there for. And, we did see an aftermarket showing of plus 40% there on Friday. So, we should expect another strong showing from ANCN as well. So, again, there's some really good sales there, but you got to remember, it's also very key to diversify your investments. Not put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, in one particular stock or a set of stocks. I really like, the type of stocks that I really like is, certain pot stocks. I really like healthcare technology-based stocks or high-tech based stocks. Those are the ones that I feel that especially during the COVID time, are going to show us the most value for our money, just because of the type of revelations or inventions that they can come out with, right? And how much further they can take their organization and their product, and what else that we can do. Now we're having such a major talk about AI and all of these other factors that just really weren't around 5 years ago to this extent. I really believe we're going to have a lot of green tomorrow, as I was saying. And, there's some great sales out there if you have the ability to do so. And remember, you should only invest the money that you're willing to risk to lose. That's always been my motto. And, we can grab some nice sales out there and, ride the wave, because, I really think this is still a bullish market. There's going to be some catalysts coming out this week, not only in the pot industry, but also in the high tech, as well as in the biopharma industry, like I said, with OCGN. And a lot of people are talking around, hey, is the market going to crash? Is it going to tank? Like, is this the bottom? No one really knows about the bottom. No one really knows if it's going to really crash or anything. Though, the only thing that we can do is follow the trends. And I think in the last, the 10-year trend, has been very good. And, especially in the last 6 months, since the last kind of meltdown, I would say, and that was what was it, last March. You know, it's been going really strong. Now, a lot of people, we know when it's very strong, very, we're making a lot of gains. It's hard to understand that, when there's ups, there's downs, and when there's downs, there's ups. We can't be green every day, right? And that's a good thing because it creates the ability for us to sell to grab our profit and buy in the dip and grab some more. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, the futures, I mean, they're pretty green right now, and that's what we really want, right? And with the news that we had this weekend, let's go out there and let's grab some of those sales on early. Remember, you want to try to grab them a little bit earlier on because once those floodgates open at 9:30 a.m., things are going to shoot up. You want to buy low and you want to sell high. Do not chase. That's one of my number one rules is never, ever chase. There's always the next one. We can always find another one. And, as we take a look at the screen here, we can see that the futures are pretty green. And, that's a really good thing. The markets are up in China. The markets are up in Australia. The markets are up, everywhere else from a future standpoint in North America here. So if we can, as long as we can continue that, I think we're going to have a really great day tomorrow. The stimulus package has been passed. It's going to go back to the House. I think it's going to be signed by Tuesday at the absolute latest. Everyone's going to start, receiving their money, shortly thereafter. And I believe by next Tuesday at the absolute latest for that. So a week from this Tuesday. And we need to really see how the market's going to pan out on Tuesday. That's going to be very important for us. Again, there's some great buys. Good luck tomorrow. I'm looking forward to a great day. Have a great rest of the night, and we'll see you soon. If you liked my video, please hit like, subscribe at the bottom. Ciao.